Music brings us together, even when we're apart. That's why we support Canadian musicians, festivals, and award shows. It's just one of the ways TD's Ready commitment helps build a more inclusive tomorrow.
Good afternoon. You can hear me, but you can't see me quite yet. Juliet Dunn here, and I wanted to tell you about Culture Days. So the TD Niagara Jazz Festival is grateful to have the support of the City of St. Catharines, and we're a proud participant in this year's Culture Days, which is Culture Month. So it's still ongoing, and this presentation is part of Culture Days. Be sure to go to their websites for more info on all of the exciting things that are happening, stcatharines.ca and culturedays.ca. See if I can, and there we go. It's magic. Hi, everybody. So Juliet Dunn here. Welcome. Good afternoon if you're tuning in here in Ontario, and good evening if you're tuning in from Europe and maybe from Turkey, where this artist, our next artist is from, that we'll be presenting today. So excited to bring him on. I actually met Juneyt when we were at the Festivals and Events Conference in Ontario several years ago, and we brought him into the festival for our first World Music on the Beach event that was in 2018, and we're thrilled to have him today in a new version of the festival, of course, doing things online in a safe manner. Well, his name in Turkish means soldier of music, so it's no surprise that that is the career path that he's taken. He was born and raised in Istanbul, Turkey. And Juneyt is self-taught, and he's been playing flamenco guitar for over 20 years. Drawn to the passion and raw emotion of music, he's played alongside many well-known musicians throughout his career, and he's performed as a studio guitarist on more than 15 albums at numerous festivals in Europe, Asia, South and North America. Some of them, the Waterloo Streets Festival, Montreal Jazz Festival, Toronto Jazz Festival, our TD Niagara Jazz Festival, Ribfest Cambridge, and the list goes on. And I know that in a normal, in a world with less COVID, I know he has a lot of weekly gigs, and I think he's getting back to some of those as well, which is very exciting. But let me bring on Juneyt, and we can have a chat. And here he is. Yay, it worked.
Hello.
How are you? Hey, Juneyt, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Juliet?
Very well, very well. So good to see you. So you've got a busy day today. You were telling me you're in between two gigs, right?
I am right now. Yeah, I'm in the hall that I'm actually next door. I'm going to be performing for another show in an hour.
Oh my gosh! Well, we'll be sure to be right on time. And I saw that you're being very safe. You have a really great mask. Gene, show us the mask, because they got to see the mask. It's pretty great. Look, check it out. I love it. I love it. You're
Thank
going to
you.
get a lot more gigs, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Oh my goodness. So you moved to Canada when you were 20, you were saying, right?
Yeah, I was 21. Just turned 21. And August 9, 1998, I came to Canada.
Right.
And I'm 43 right now. So that's last year. As of last year, I've been in Canada longer than my original country, which I've
Wow.
been. Yeah, I was born and raised there, and everything I knew was Turkish. And I graduated from university back home, and
Yeah.
basically I had to start everything all over again here. But I didn't
Amazing.
care. I loved it.
Yeah, and you've done a great job. So your
Thank
family, it
you.
was all but you're welcome. All but your sisters in Turkey, right? It's just you and your
Yes.
sister here in Canada.
Yeah, my sister is one of the most important women in my life, and my mom is back home, and
Nice.
I love them both. Like, yeah, they're my everything.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
So nice to hear. I'm big on family too, so I love it.
that's awesome.
Yeah, now I was looking at your set list, and I think all of the tunes are compositions today.
Yeah, most of them. I don't even remember that I sent. The funny thing is because
Oh,
my thing lost. I lost my actual set list as I was coming here, but I'm they're all originals of mine. Um,
excellent.
if you can remind me, that'll be great as well.
Yeah, so let me pull. Okay, so let me pull up 2 seconds because I blew up my notes big so I could read them.
Perfect. I'm gonna type
So
them in here as I go.
yeah, and let me see. Now I'm trying to make my notes smaller so I can get to the tab. Okay, wait.
Perfect.
I think there we go. The Coup. I think
Oh
I have as your
yes,
first one. Did you want to tell us
perfect.
a bit about that?
Absolutely. The coup is actually written in commemorate of Ataturk. Ataturk was the he's been my idol. He's the guy who created modern Turkey after the Ottoman Empire was pretty much taken over by after in I think around like 1900s in the beginning of 1900s, trying to basically separate Turkey and then kind of take over Turkey and kill Ottoman Empire. And
Wow.
Ataturk came up and guided us through this and gathered all the Turkish people together, and we won independence war. And in 1923, we had the Turkish Republic of Turkey, basically created from its ashes, and that's why it's kind of like a phoenix rising from its ashes. And
Wow.
Ataturk was the big guy he was the major influence in this one, and he's an idol to many of the Turkish youth. And the song that I wrote, "The Coup," because in 2016 there was in my opinion, there was a staged coup made by, unfortunately, our current president, whom I don't appreciate, and we don't really see eye to eye with his opinions. But I won't go too much into politics, and I just
Mm,
wanted to create this song, "The Coup." And
wow.
yeah, in the original song, the recording, in the beginning of it, there's a speech, Ataturk's first speech declaring Turkey as Republic of Turkey, and then the people are basically telling people that they are free now. And
Wow.
that speech is in the beginning of the song, "The Coup."
Wow. So we're getting a
Yeah.
history lesson as well. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you take over the screen, and
Absolutely.
just so everybody knows who's watching, if it's their first time tuning in, you can post comments, and we'll be looking at the comments, and Juneyt and I are going to I'll pop back in and we'll discuss and chat about comments. So you might have questions or anything you'd like to say. And yeah, we'll have a conversation about that. So I'll let you play The Coup. Then I think you'll have another song, which we can talk about at the end of the song. And
Perfect.
when I come back in. Excellent.
Awesome.
Looking
Thank you so
forward to
much.
hearing you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm like live right now. No. I hope that was okay for you guys.
Sounds great.
Was that okay?
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. Sorry about the for the beginning. I had some interruptions, but I'm using a different venue. That's why. So for the second song, Juliet, did you did you have any questions for the second song?
No, I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the second song you have there?
Now, on my notes,
Mhm.
I like. Oh, sorry. Now I've lost it. I think there was a problem on the second one. I'm going to check with Body, so I go to the third one, which is Tesla.
Tesla,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Tesla is actually Tesla is one of my another one of my favorite idols. Nikola Tesla. I wrote this song for Nikola Tesla, and I'm a huge geek. And unfortunately, actually, fortunately, it's not unfortunately. Fortunately, that always been kind of like my number one. How do you say? It's like a. It's not really a negative thing, but it's always been my first thing. And many of the idols that I have is has people who basically are generally humanists or did some inventions or things that changed the world from its core, and Nikola Tesla is one of them. And I wrote this song for kind of like an appreciation for Nikola Tesla, because as much as I'm a very activist person and humanist person, um, sometimes I basically write non-protest songs like this, and I hope you'll enjoy this one. This one is called Tesla, and also there's a Canadian Tesla museum, and I'm one of the main members of that, and this song is basically played in that museum's website and everywhere else as well.
Beautiful.
Thank you
Tesla.
very much. Tesla.
Tesla. We've got
Yes.
some Tesla fans out there that have been posting. Also, fans, go a couple of names we recognize from the festival. Deborah Levere. Hey, Debbie.
Hi,
glad
Debbie.
glad to see Debbie's tuning in. She posted for everybody on Facebook. We like Nikola Tesla too, and she posted
That's
a link.
amazing.
Yeah, so
That's
there's
awesome.
there's the link for everybody to follow. And also Joe Stager, who
Oh,
also
Joe.
yeah, so
I love Joe.
he says right from the beginning, as soon as you started, he said love, love, love.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, and he posted the Canadian Tesla Technical Museum link for everybody as well. So thanks, guys.
The CEO of the inventor is one of my best friends. His name is Nemanja. Nemanja
Okay.
Jovanovic. Yeah, he's actually one of my close friends, and he's from Waterloo. And believe it or not, he
Wow.
actually creates the one-on-one identical Tesla machines. Everything Tesla does, this guy is probably the best engineer you will ever see in your life. He's unbelievable.
Wow.
He makes actual perfect replicas of the Tesla machines, like actual working copies. Yeah.
Amazing. And he's based in Waterloo, you say?
Yes, and he's the reason
Nice.
why there's Tesla Boulevard exists, because the name
Oh my gosh.
changed. And they're actually we're kind of like he's our kind of like the leader for the museum,
Yeah.
and we're kind of like in the director line, and we're hoping to get Tesla Museum in Niagara Falls. Fingers crossed.
Fantastic. So you're way more than just a musician, Juneyt.
I just hang around with around good people, and people who think that will improve my existence. You know?
Yeah, those are good peeps to hang around. Great
Absolutely.
minds.
You're one of them. You're one of them.
Oh, you're sweet. Oh, thank you. I also learned about yourself that you do woodwork. Tell us a little bit about that.
My whole family, my mom's side and my dad's side, they're all very inventive people. My mom's side especially are full of architects. And my dad's side, there's a lot of my cousins are incredibly talented people. And they all have some sort of like architectural background. So it must have been in my genes, because I always love to create stuff. And
Yeah.
I started doing woodworking just recently. And I did marble when I was a little kid. And
Wow.
my grandfather owned a marble studio, a marble shop, and
Huh.
my uncle
In
and my
Istanbul. Was
grandfather
that
in Istanbul, yeah.
in Istanbul? Wow.
Yeah, and since we were little kids, I know how to. I was basically carving headstones, like the names on the headstones, and polishing the marble, everything, all of this stuff. I used to do that when I was a little kid. My apprenticeship was with my grandfather and my uncle, and instead of going to cottages every summer, I would go work for my uncle and grandfather. And
Wow.
from there, it kind of passed on to me, and I do a lot of woodworking in my basement and in my garage, and I have a full set, and I do a lot of anything from river edge tables, epoxy tables, to chairs and cutting boards to lathe turning and anything you can imagine. I've been doing it, and it became
Wow.
kind of like nice work because I'm actually it's word of mouth and people are actually buying a
Yeah.
lot of this stuff, which is great.
So if somebody wanted to buy, because you also said you had done a cover for your iPhone case, which I thought was pretty cool
Yes,
in wood, right?
it is.
It's being used right now.
Yeah, it's attached to my thing. I also do a lot
Yeah.
of 3D printing as well,
Oh
and
my gosh.
I create the G code for my stuff that I'm printing, and then I literally Frankenstein a lot of things together.
Cool. So
Yeah.
if somebody wanted to contact you for that, they could just go to your website, right?
Actually, I
Or
have an Instagram page. It's called Juneyt, June8 Woodworking.
June with the number 8 woodworking.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna like your page and we're gonna
Oh,
pop
thank
that up
you.
there too.
Thank you.
Cool. And then in the meantime, we
Yes.
have your next. Tell us about your next song. It's called Dreams.
Dreams is a song that I wrote for my best friend and also my duo partner, former duo partner, who passed from cancer at the age of 27.
Oh,
And this
so
was 8 years ago. And his name is Chris Lane. And I'm pretty sure he's still with me, and he's
yeah.
still with us. He's one of the nicest guys ever. And his
Oh,
wife is also is an incredible woman because with artificial insemination, they had she had Chris's kids after he passed, 2 kids.
oh my
I
gosh!
know, I know, and
Wow,
they're growing
that's a
up every day.
miracle.
Yeah, I
How
know,
long
totally.
after? How long after?
I think about a year after, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Wow.
not too long after. And she's an incredible woman. She's a strong woman, and she reminds me
Yeah.
of my mom a lot. And yeah, and Amy Lane is her name. And yeah, this song is basically I wrote it for Chris after the day after he passed.
Hmm.
I had a dream, and he was in my dream, and yeah,
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
thank
So
you very much.
Dreams, composed by Juneyt. Yeah.
Thank you kindly.
Beautiful. That was a composition by Juneyt called Dreams.
Thank you.
Very nice. And in fact, here's a nice comment from Amala J, who says she's enjoying the music and the stories behind them. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Amala. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And actually, while we have Amala there, I'm just going to pull up. Actually, I'll get Bonnie. She's going to post up. If I think Bonnie can hear me, she's going to post up the Jazz Co. There we go. So Amala is one of our sponsors. Let me remove her comment so you can see that. Oh yeah, let me. Oops. Sorry, can you put it up again, Bonnie? Sorry, there we go. Excellent. And yeah, Jazz Co. So that's Amala's company, and she's a big supporter of the festival. They're sponsors, year-round artist sponsors. So a big thanks to Amala. They've come to every single physical festival since it began. Yeah. And
thank you so much, Amala. We need more people like you.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. And Chanel, so they're always tuning in. They've tuned into quite a few of the live streams as well.
Nice.
So yeah, we really appreciate that. And I saw Deborah Levere, gorgeous song. I'm just
thank you so much, Debbie.
Posting that for you. Oh, and then Mike from Moving Pics as well. Gorgeous. So
hi, Mike.
So some great comments coming in. Oh, and then James, a fellow guitarist, James Ryan McCullum. Beautiful playing and mood.
Thank you so much, James Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah. So James was actually our first live stream. He was supposed to be here in our studio March 30th. Yes, March 30th. And then with all the changes with COVID, we started to say to him, okay, we're not going to have an audience, but do you want to come here anyway? And then as things progressed really fast in March, we're like, So I did the intro from here before we worked with StreamYard. I, in fact, did the intro through Facebook Live. I logged out. James logged into my Facebook in Hamilton and did a show that way. So we've come, we've come a long way since that first show. I mean, the music was great, but us on the technical side wasn't so great.
This is so, and thank you so much, James. By the way, James. That's amazing. Like having, because I did stuff like that when I did when everybody was kind of slowly learning the Zoom and Facebook Live and all that stuff. I would log into people's accounts, and it's kind of like it's so weird because it's like not secure because you see everything. You know what I mean?
You can do anything. Yeah.
It's funny thing is one of the live shows I'm doing live, and they were messaging the person who was doing the live show as I'm playing the live. Because it will just pop up.
Yeah. Luckily, oh gosh, so hopefully nothing too, right?
No.
Have anything to hide.
They were enjoying it, and then they were sharing it, but they were sending it as a message.
For sure. Oh, so I'm glad we're not the only ones who started out that way because we just wanted to do something. And yeah.
This is perfect. This is excellent.
Yeah, we love StreamYard for sure. So at least we get to interact this way, which is really nice. I think when James did it, I had to text him to tell him that the sound was good, and he'd look at his iPhone, and then he'd go back to the show.
That is so cool.
I know. And that's all in 7 months. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, changing times. And how have you? So I'm really glad to hear that you're getting back to some regular gigs in safe setups and everything. And you play a lot of weddings, right?
Tons of weddings, yeah. Because I would much prefer doing like every musician would much prefer just doing concerts and festivals. And I wish I could just do that. I would absolutely love that, but unfortunately, we have to, the cliche saying, we have to pay the bills. But also, I actually, believe it or not, I made such incredible connections through weddings. Because when you play people's, favorite songs, I play like stuff like this, like. Or like stuff like.
Oh, yeah. Isn't she lovely? Nice. Hey, we can do duet concerts like this.
Exactly.
We'll have to watch the recording. I wonder if there's a delay if I sing and you play. Might be onto something here.
That's that's kind of why I played. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh, yeah. And
so people love that.
They do. And solo guitar for a wedding is just beautiful.
And that's kind of why I'm doing a lot of weddings because of that, and private events. And I do 2 weekly gigs, which are restaurants, an Italian restaurant and a Romanian restaurant, which is great. it's been really good.
And they've got you coming back now, yeah?
Yes.
Like they're both up and running. Oh, that's good. So fingers crossed it stays that way. If
knock on wood.
Plays by the rules, and
Yeah.
Good,
I always have my mask on. Always.
Oh yeah, when you're playing.
And I play like this at a really high fine dining restaurants. And I'm kidding.
I bet you get big tips. They're like, ew.
They're like, don't lick me, please.
Yeah, right. Like, put that back in your mouth. Too funny. So the next one, let me see if I'm pronouncing it right. Yakamos. Yeah. Tell us about that tune.
Yakamos, I basically dedicated that song to my country, my beautiful former country. Canada is my country now, and but I'm also originally from Turkey. And Yakamos is this plantation in the sea. When the full moon hits the water, it collects these plantation collects that light, and it basically keeps in itself. Yeah. And along the Mediterranean Sea, you see all these like little star-shaped things. Like it looks like stars.
Like phosphorescence, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you pick your hand, you're kind of picking the stars, and there's stars up above. So it kind of reminds me of my youth and my Mediterranean Sea and my former country, beautiful country, Turkey, and that's why I love this song. It's kind of a sad one, though.
Oh shoot! But
that's all right.
we do love the stories and the history of the songs. Really nice. Okay, here's a Yakamos.
Thank you.
Another beautiful tune
Thank you
by
very much.
Juneyt. Yeah.
Thank you.
Really, really gorgeous music. So when did you compose your first song?
My first song, actually, I have a lot of Turkish songs. When I first learning guitar, on my second day of learning guitar, I composed a song, and
Wow.
I was influenced by this very famous Turkish trio called MFO, and these three guys, bass guitarists and two acoustic guitar players. They were just amazing, and then I wrote
Huh.
this first song, and then it became my own song. And believe it or not, that and Guns N' Roses, "Cry" is it "Cry"? Don't Cry" by Guns N' Roses. Two two of their songs kind of combined, and it came out with my own song.
Very cool.
It was a long time ago.
And so were you like before the age of 20 you did this, or?
Yeah, I think I was 19. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
That's when 18 and a half, I started playing guitar. Yeah, I took it late, but I just loved it a lot.
Oh yeah. And then when you do your gigs, your public and corporate gigs, do you do kind of like a mix of cover tunes and your own tunes?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Mostly cover tunes.
Yeah.
I sing as well. We have a 3-piece, and we do a lot of like cover singing as well.
Right. Who's in your 3-piece?
Craig McNair, and he's a phenomenal singer-songwriter as well.
Yeah.
And Derek O'Halloran, amazing guitar player. And we basically all have 3-part harmonies, and it's quite a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Craig
have to
McNair was there.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Well, you'll have to send me a link. I'd love to hear and see the trio.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that would be
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. I think we have some YouTube
Okay,
songs.
perfect. Oh, actually, so when you played at the festival, was it with the trio? In 2018?
2018 was one of the guys. He wrote the song. Me and him wrote the song called Santa
Yeah.
Maria. It's the
Yeah.
only song that has lyrics of from the instrumental ones, and he's the guy who wrote the lyrics of the Santa Maria. And he
Okay.
was there. He was the one who
Yeah.
was singing with the guitar. Yeah.
Very nice.
Craig
Very
McNair
nice.
was there. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, we hope to get you back out like
I really hope so too.
live. Yeah.
That'll
We've
be
had,
amazing.
it would be so great. We've had 2 live events so far. September 12th, an outdoor one with 35 people socially distanced.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it went well.
Oh.
And then October 3rd inside, but again, socially
Yes.
distanced.
That's
So
perfect.
yeah, and then last night, Bonnie and I and our partners went to our husbands. We went to see Shakira Saida at a drive-in experience. Also,
Wow.
even the cars were socially distanced.
That is so cool.
yeah, there's hope for live music yet. You know, no matter what
Totally.
happens, we'll make it
Totally.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'd
And
love to.
I would also like to, if with your permission, I would also like to urge people to donate to Jazz Festival, please, and
Thank
because that's the only way we have to kind of help each other and
Thank
to
you.
create these events happening and keeping them live. I
Oh, we
really
appreciate
believe in
that.
that. Of
Yeah, well,
course.
thank you. We'll post. I'll post the our donation link in a second, and we've been posting yours. Actually, it was scrolling along during your last tune.
Mine is not important. I
Well,
much
yes,
rather,
it is.
I much rather festivals like yours, because they're you guys are such you have put so much work into this. People have no idea.
Yeah,
No, but I know.
thank
So
you.
I
Oh,
much
I
rather
appreciate that.
support you.
Well, we'll do 50-50 because, and people have done that actually, donated and say, please give 50% to the artist. No, it's important to keep it going. That's one of the big reasons we keep the festival going, is to employ musicians. It's super important. And a world
That's
without
amazing.
music is not a world I'd like to be in. And I think even people who might not even think they were music lovers, with a pandemic and then the lack of live music, I think a lot of people who may not have paid as much attention to live music really noticed that, yeah, it's pretty darn important.
You're absolutely right.
You know?
Absolutely right. I did Friday night shows from my home, and a lot of
Yeah.
my friends on my Facebook, and I would have sometimes 7,000, 8,000, 4,000, 5,000 people views, and they were all
Amazing.
we all got together. We drank, we smoked together.
Oh my God. Yeah, and it's safe. Nobody's driving. Everybody's at home.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Don't try that at home, kids.
No.
but yeah, it's a new way of connecting until we can physically be together, and
Absolutely.
and I don't know how we would have done it without this technology.
Same here. Yeah.
Right?
I'm so appreciative of that.
Yeah, us too. So now the next tune is it a love song? Violetta.
Violetta.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's kind of a, it's
intrigued.
it is kind of a love song, kind of, you know, and but it's not really. It's a, I just love the name Violetta, and
Okay.
yeah, and I wrote that one for a long time ago for Jamie, and yeah, that's. I hope you'll enjoy this one.
Okay,
It's a,
looking
yeah,
forward to it. It
it's
is a
kind of
pretty
like a.
name.
Thank you.
Sorry, what were you going to say? Kind of like?
It's kind of it's like a Spanish. It has a lot of like Spanish kind of salsa influence in it, but I'm not sure if it is considered that. But you know,
Okay, excellent. Well, we can all dance safely in our own spaces. So I'm going to get up and dance then. Okay, I'll see you in a sec.
Sounds great.
Violetta. Gorgeous.
Thank
Gorgeous.
you.
So we have so we have, first of all, wanted to check, do you have a hard stop at 3? Because I know you have another gig to get to.
It's kind of like I think they have a wedding. It's a wedding luncheon kind of thing.
Right.
So they're running on time.
Okay, so we need to stop right at 3, right? So we might have to, because we've got 8 minutes left.
Okay.
And we have 2 tunes, so I don't know if we can fit them both in.
All right. I'll. Why don't I play them?
trade them both back to back. Did you want to do
Yeah.
that? Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And then just before you do, a nice comment here. Where did I see it? Watching from, so Jackie Rover says, hi,
Oh,
Juneyt.
Jackie. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Love this watching live with my mom and dad from
Say
their
hi to your
living
mom
room.
and dad.
Sweet. In Owen Sound, they're
Her
watching
mom
from.
just had a surgery, and that there was a song that she loves, and Jackie, the whole family is an amazing people.
Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet. And Debbie says, lovely,
Hi, Debbie.
it reminds me of music I heard Canadian Jesse Cook play
I
years
love
ago.
Jesse. Yeah, Jesse Cook is very nice.
So very cool. Well, listen, we'll let you do your last two tunes, and then I'll just come back and say a quick goodbye to you, and then I can do my business afterwards. So the next two I have on my list here are Dear Congo and Duende por Paco.
Perfect.
Okay, here we go.
I wrote that song for Congo, Congo Republic, and it was just to basically try to raise awareness for what's going on in Congo. And if you have a time, please check in and educate yourself a little bit about what's going on in Congo. I'm one of the musical and educational directors of H2O Congo organization. Basically, raise awareness for, and we do concerts and everything for. That's what's happening in Congo. And hopefully, if you had time, just check it out. Thank you. This next song I'm going to play, I wrote this one for Paco de Lucia, and it's called Duende por Paco. I apologize, my fingers are very cold, because it's very cold in here right now.
What a great tune. That's
Thank you.
Juneyt, everyone. Live from, are you in Waterloo right now? I forgot to
No,
ask.
I'm in Guelph right now.
Oh, you're in Guelph, right?
Yeah, I'm at Aris Valley Golf Course.
Very nice. Well,
Yeah.
we will let you run off to your gig. I'll just finish up
Thank you.
with some last notes, and I'll be in touch with you after. So have a great
Thank
week,
you.
Juneyt. Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so much
squeezing
again.
us in.
Absolutely. It's my honor to be at the Niagara Jazz Festival. I absolutely love it. I love it.
Thank you.
My favorite festival. One of my favorite festivals, actually. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Well, we miss
Thank
seeing you
you.
face to face, but this was a good option for not,
Thank you.
getting closer.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you, Bonnie. And say hi to your husband for me.
Yeah, for sure. Take care, Juneyt.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. That was Juneyt, everyone. And that was just such a treat to have him. And in fact, I believe that's kind of officially our last world music series until we have a world music event that we're working on for December 20th. That's the tentative date. So please write that down or pencil it in your calendars. Our World Music Celebration. We normally do it. Juneyt was at the first one. It was called World Music on the Beach in 2018. We did it last year in Port Dalhousie as well. And then, of course, this year we weren't gathering people on a beach. So we've been looking at ways to adapt, and it looks like we'll have a few bands that might be able to come together and play, hopefully with a socially distanced audience here in St. Catharines, but also some bands from overseas as well. So stay tuned for more info on that. Also, something else. So that's basically this fall, we're working on getting more funds to keep the festival going. So we're working on grants. It's grant writing time. Also, if you know anybody who would like to sponsor the festival, please either contact myself or Trisha. So the emails are sponsorship@NiagaraJazzFestival.com or my email, Juliet@NiagaraJazzFestival.com. I'll post that up there in a second as well. And so it's a good time for us to be collecting sponsors and getting our sponsors on board. As a sponsor for the festival, it's kind of a new world, but it's interesting because we can build slides for you. I'm going to, as I chat, actually pop up a few of our sponsors and tell you about them. So it's a different way of your brand being shown, but it's a great way because lots of eyes. Of course, I'm having trouble doing it at the same time. Lots of eyes. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Bonnie. So Bonnie's helping me out backstage, and she's in another location. So yay to technology. Canadian Tire. So a huge thanks to Canadian Tire Corporation, who actually sponsored the festival this year, and that was very nice of them. So thank you. Once again, Jazz Co. and Amala and Chanel were tuning in. We have DJB. Oh, look at that. I read Bonnie's mind. So they are an accounting firm. And when we have meetings, we do in person, we do them there, and they do books for us. So huge thanks to John and his team at DJB. And as a sponsor of a show, you can come on and do a video presentation, a couple of minutes, tell us about your business. So lots of great opportunities. You're on our website, etc. And then you get to come out to events. Factor, huge thanks to Factor, who helped out with these trying times for festivals with giving us some money to help us keep going. So a huge thanks to Factor, who support Canadian artists, and we have a lot of Canadian artists on our roster. So very happy about that. So that's my little speech about sponsorship. So if you do know anybody who has a small business, a big business, a corporation, and they'd like to sponsor, or if you know somebody who's a philanthropist and would like to donate, you can do that too. There's a big donate button on our website, which is NiagaraJazzFestival.com. And so there's all of that. Also wanted to tell you a little bit about a festival. This is a new festival. It's the Canadian Online Jazz Festival. And that's got over 15, I believe it's over 20 of us. I'm going to read out the festivals that are involved. TD Halifax, Montreal, Ottawa, TD Toronto, TD Niagara, Jazz Sudbury, TD Jazz Winnipeg, Jazz Fest Regina, TD Edmonton International Jazz Festival, Yardbird Suite in Edmonton, Medicine Hat Jazz Fest, Jazz YYC in Calgary, Fort Langley Jazz and Arts Festival, the TD Vancouver International Jazz Festival, and the Victoria International Jazz Fest. All of those festivals, we've all gotten together, and we're doing an online festival, and the dates of that are between November 8th to 15th. So every day in the different time zones, evenings, there will be a 1 hour presentation for each of those festivals. So it starts on November 8th to November 15th. You can find information. It's all posted on our website, which is NiagaraJazzFestival.com. And their website for the Canadian Online Jazz Festival is cojazz.ca. or .com. I need to double check that. So that's the Canadian Online Jazz Festival, and it begins on November 8th. And we're so proud to be a part of that. And on that note, Bonnie probably posted that while I was reading my notes, but I'll post it again just in case. So there it is, November 8th to 15th. And thanks, Bonnie, if you did post it already. And I'm going to sign out, but before I do, please take a look at this. And thank you for joining us. See you next Friday with the J. Reed Duo. Stay safe, everyone. Ciao.